Hi, my lovely people. So, guys, I'm going to get right into this one. You guys might want to watch this to the end because it's a really good video, okay? That's just number one. But number two, we have been seeing Olivia and Zolo go back and forth. And I have never really done an official reaction to Olivia's birthing video. So, we're going to kind of get into it because, when it comes to Zolo and Olivia, we really don't know if they're working together because we did know that Olivia wanted Zolo at one point in time to be her employee, okay? To save her in the custody battle between Gerard, they wanted to be labeled as employees. And then when the whole pregnancy thing came out, Zolo once claimed, if you guys remember, that she was going to pay him to go along with her being pregnant and they lost the baby. Remember that whole thing? And that they were going to get into it so that he can make money, she can make money, and it could keep the channel. Well, nobody's channel got boosted but Olivia's with the whole mystery baby thing. So I had to activate Paw Patrol. And we just got to figure out really what's going on. Because at the end of the day, we see that Zolo's channel is down and he may want some views. So let's just go over a little bit of the things that I seen in her birthing video that was evidence that there is absolutely no baby. That's number one. And number two, that she was not the one giving birth. Okay, so really quick, when Olivia dropped her birthing vlog, if you guys remember, it was during the whole Veda that they were doing when they first came together, and they were trying to, make Chrissy mad, and they were trying to form the new Mamiana. So it was a time for her to have to drop some content, and she thought it was going to be a bombshell. What I caught really funny with this vlog is that it was only 8 minutes long, okay? Now, we know Olivia, if she drops a vlog, she'll get on there and breathe and pout and cackle just to keep it going for at least 20 minutes. It was during Veda, and it was a birthing vlog, so I caught it really odd that it was only 8 minutes long, just enough to put a few extra ads in, okay? It was a lot of words on the screen and her talking in the background. Once she clicked, okay? Once she clicked on the camera in the birthing vlog, it was absolutely nothing but talking once again. She was talking about how she was having contractions, showed her sister was on the way, her pregnant sister was on the way to get her, and things of that nature. Only thing that I could say was she was still very bald around the edges in that video. I did notice it because she tried to say her balding was postpartum from the baby's birth. Olivia, I don't think it had anything to do with pregnancy. Baby, you was bald as an eagle in the videos prior, okay? Let me just put that out there. Then we see her packing her bag, right? She didn't show what she was putting in it, and when she opened it up, all we could see is a blanket and some makeup. That did not look like, she said, this is my bag for the hospital for me and the baby. It didn't look like it had any baby items in there. Not a one. Instead, it looked like she packed an overnight bag to go stay in the hospital with her sister while her sister was having her baby. That's what it looked like, okay? Then she walked around showing the hospital room while she was saying, I'm having contractions, guys. I can barely stand. But she gives a whole tour, and it was 3 minutes, tour of the whole hospital room while she was supposedly having contractions. She then took a picture in the bathroom, and that's the picture we see here. So once again, a little bit fishy. Then, did anybody, I don't know about you, because guess what? I haven't had a kid in 16 years almost. But did anybody else notice that she was giving birth in her street clothes? The last time I've seen anything I know about medical, the last time that anybody's had a child around here, which my niece and nephew both have had a child, when you go in to have your baby, they ask you to remove your street clothing because of germs. And now with COVID, they really don't want you bringing in too many bags as well. They also tell you that, when you go to check in, or your OBGYN will tell you that as well. But Olivia didn't have that problem during her so-called birth. Then if you keep watching the video, when they show Olivia's stomach, why does her sister keep moving the blanket up? She keeps moving the blanket up over Olivia's stomach. The only thing the sister pointed out was, ooh, look at her socks. Which, if you guys did not know, I did look it up on Amazon. You can purchase a Exhibit A, you can purchase, number one, a fake IV kit to tape on your arm. You can purchase hospital bracelets. You can purchase hospital gowns. And you can purchase hospital socks. All on Amazon. So imagine if the sister was having contractions and was just walking around like Olivia when she said, they just came in and checked me and I'm 4 centimeters. But she was standing there in her leggings and her street clothes after they just checked her. I don't know what doctor allows you to have on pants after they get done checking you. No, that does not work. During childbirth, you have fluid leaking and you have a lot of things going on. That should not be happening. I need you guys to go back and watch it very, very closely. Those are just some of the things that I found in the video that were fishy. I mean, there are so many that we could go on and on about, like the fact that Olivia then blinks the screen and you hear some crying and he's finally here. That's what the sister says. And then you hear baby crying. We don't hear Olivia say much. You're the mom. You should be saying my baby. Now, let's move a little bit to the future, okay? Now we have the scorn lovers, okay? We have Zolo out here calling her garlic bread. He is now calling Olivia garlic bread and garlic toast. And he is alleging that Olivia had her tubes tied. I'm going to call a negative on this. I do not believe Olivia had her tubes tied. When Gerard got the vasectomy, that was supposed to be to stop them from having kids. But Olivia thinks that when she has a man, the only way to trap him will to be to have a baby by him. So I don't think that she would have went and got her tubes tied just because of that. Also, Zolo, if she would have had her tubes tied, right, when you were over there and you were knocking the boots with her and you were expecting, like you did say, and I was on the bake show, so y'all, I remember everything, because if y'all keep in mind, I was over there with the bake show. When Zolo said, at first I really wanted to have a baby by her, but then the more we were together, I didn't. So therefore you knew that at some point in time, she didn't have her tubes tied. Because if she would have came out like you're trying to say, Zolo, in the beginning and said, well, you ain't got to worry about it, we ain't got to use no protection or whatever the case may be because I have my tubes tied, then you would have never thought that in a million years she could have a baby by you. When Olivia came out saying that she was pregnant, he was sitting over there like he was a gloating father, remember? Do y'all remember that? And he was like, well, it doesn't matter. I'll go get a DNA test and I'm going to get custody. Do y'all remember when he used to say all that? I'm going to get custody of that baby like I'm going to get custody of his daughter, which he still doesn't have custody of his daughter. He was going to go out here. If y'all keep in mind now, he was over here posting that he, himself, believed that she was pregnant. So how could you ever have the slightest doubt that this may be your child or a child she had if she told you and you had proof that her tubes were tied? I don't believe it. See, you guys, I believe that Zolo, he needs a comeback, okay? He needs a comeback. Olivia claims that she reached out to him because he was still talking smack about her out here on the YouTube streets, and she wanted to know why. And what did she say? She said that if she could hit everybody up who talked shit about her, she would, which we know that's a lie. She ain't gonna bust a grape in Welch's backyard if he asked her to make wine. That's just the truth, okay? You reached out to him because there's no baby, there's no baby daddy. You are lonely, you're bitter, and you're miserable. So why not go reach out to a guy that you know will come if you offer him $20 and a place to stay? That's why you reached out to Zolo. Let's just keep it all the way real. You were hoping that him and Donna, you were trying to hope that the lie that he was out here telling that he was still not with Donna, which we all knew was a lie, was true. You were hoping that he really wasn't with Donna and he was out here living homeless and broke and walking through the park like we once seen him do. You were hoping that he was out here watching the ducks and he was over here squawking and handing bread to them. So you thought, well, what a comeback. Because your life is miserable right now. The mystery is busted, Olivia. You're busted. You're miserable. It is your, it has to be her sister's baby. They were supposedly pregnant at the same time, having the same boys, you know, all of this other stuff. Another thing that just came right off the top of my head, didn't she get on here not once but twice and make all these sad videos where she was crying and telling us that the doctor had found out that there was some abnormalities with the baby? Remember, she told us that the baby had irregular heartbeats, that the baby was to have Down syndrome, that she didn't know if the baby was going to make it. And then all of a sudden she pops up with a birthing vlog. She has said absolutely nothing about her child having any kind of Down syndrome, any kind of heart condition. It's all lies. It's really, really sad. Like, people should start putting extra monitors on babies in the hospital because of people like Olivia. That's the reason why security, Olivia and these other women that cannot find a man to have a baby and want to be with them, they go out there, they go in hospitals, they steal people's kids. I mean, this is like a lifetime mystery. You know, one of them women that go cut the baby out and run with it. That's the thing. We also know that Olivia was buying Amazon bellies. We seen the straps. We seen everything. Take a look right here where she's in the blue. Don't you see that she didn't have no edges then? And that was supposed to be her baby shower. So how was everything postpartum balding? I mean, hey, y'all. Hey, I'm just throwing it all out here. Also, when Olivia got a divorce from Gerard, the rule of every state is that pretty much you have to have a DNA test. Even if, say if I was getting pregnant and I was with somebody else and I was still legally married, the legal husband needs to have a paternity test because they need to know for child support, custodial reasons, and for the divorce. And the baby was mentioned nowhere in any paperwork, not one record of the baby, not nothing. Also, if you go to the day that she claims the baby's birth date, if you look at all of the things Florida does announcements, not once does it say Olivia Johnson had a baby and this was the name and this was the ounces, but it does say when her sister had a baby. Look it up, guys. It's all right there. So I'm calling flag on the play. I'm calling the BS card, and I'm saying that they are both really sick. And when I say both, I mean Zolo and Olivia, and then I mean both as in Olivia and Stella, and both as in Olivia and Raquel. Why would Raquel go along with this? Simple. Money and a free babysitter. Yeah. And because she doesn't want her sister to be busted out and lose the little bit of dignity that she may still have. And when I say very little dignity, I mean very little. Her dignity, her ethics are about as thin as those edges over there that she is claiming is going to grow back by using her oil. So guys, I just wanted to break this down a little bit, and I want you guys to go out there and look at it. Plus, in the comments, please tell me, do you guys think she had a baby? I have always said I don't believe that it's Olivia's baby, and it's mighty funny that she goes live a lot of time, and the baby is the most silent baby and never needs a bottle. And guess, you know, she wants to make us believe that Stella is there all the time babysitting, but boo hell, we already know Stella gonna lie and do whatever she got to do for that little turd that she calls her daughter. So guys, I'm going to see you in the comments. I really want to know what you guys think about this. I want to know what you think about Zolo trying to come back. Is this a comeback? I say yes. We all know that because he has nothing going on. So I will see you guys down below.